G-Swag.
What's up, fellas, and welcome back to another Minecraft video where today I join you from this little glass penthouse that I'm sure you didn't see in the last episode. Now, that's because this isn't the first day of this episode. I already tried to record day one, and you know what happened? It just came out as a black screen with a bunch of sounds. But there's nothing I can do about that, and there's nothing you can do about that. So we're both just gonna have to accept it. Deal? Okay. With that being said, let's get on to the first day where the recording actually worked. Here we are, day 38. Now, what's happened in these last 3 days? Well, I'll tell you not much, but I did get this map. Well, why do you have a map, G-Swag, you may ask? Good question, and you'll see the answer very shortly. As I'm sure many of you know, you can put maps in item frames to make a cool display. Now, I'd like to use these maps as a way to track the progress that my existence has left on the land. And I also have a dream. In hundreds of Minecraft days, I'd like to be able to look at this map much like you would the brochure of an amusement park. I want to see different sections of land, I want to be able to see buildings and rides, I want it all. Oh yeah, I also did a little bit of renovations where my old bedroom used to be. Now I say my old bedroom because I don't want to just have one place to sleep. I'd like having beds spread out all across my map so that whenever I get tired I can just pull over and take a nap anywhere. It's not quite done yet, so don't judge it too hard, but I think I'm going to turn this area into a little cartography room, and then this bedroom we'll just call the observation suite of this location. And now it's time to reveal my next plan. I want to build a tree, right here, right now. I like having different custom trees sprawled out across my map, because a big tree is a good natural landmark, and the trees in Minecraft are, well, and the only way I'm gonna get a tree that I'm satisfied with is if I build it myself. I think a good custom tree too is a nice display of your powers at the time. Because I mean, wood's a valuable resource, I use this for everything. This whole tree I could have turned into emeralds, could have been building blocks, could have been pretty much anything. Also, building something intricate and up in the air takes a lot of time. And a nice tree really shows the effort that you're putting into the space that you're gonna be living in Minecraft. Which is something that I'd like to do a lot more of. I haven't done too much decorating and I've honestly just been putting it off because going out to get a bunch of different natural decoration blocks takes a lot of time. And it can be made a lot easier with an elytra. Which segues into my next topic of discussion. I'd like to go to the end soon. Going to the end will get me a lot of things, and I think an elytra will be the greatest treasure of all, but end cities will get me some nice diamond gear to enchant with as well. And don't let me even get started on shulker boxes. Going to the end also opens up the opportunity for an enderman farm, and I've been looking for some XP. So I think it's safe to say slaying the dragon is one of my highest priorities right now. What the... Hello. Though my sights are set high on the end, my inventory isn't. Obviously I'm gonna need some ender pearls and blaze rods, but accessories come in handy too. I'd like to have a few potions and some golden apples with me as well, and I think I'm gonna need to upgrade myself before this final battle too. I'm practically in shackles in this iron armor. Before I go there, I'd like a nice new sword, some better armor, and most definitely a good bow. That's all future talk though. Right now we're just gonna keep on building this big boy. Eventually I'd like this whole valley to be my central spot of humble beginnings. The Swag Central. And while I cut this clip down, this tree did take upwards of 30 minutes. So let's go admire our work. Oh my god, I'm a freaking Columbus. It's fine. Crops needed to be harvested anyways. Just paying the price of my own ignorance, that's all. Accidentally pulled an all-nighter, but I'm pretty glad because the way that this sunrise looks behind my new tree is glorious. The sun's dawned on a new day and here I am, still hard at work on my tree. Just a few final finishing details. And we'll make this a little more gradual. Add a little bit of fat right here. Oh yeah, stick this up taller. I'm gonna try to make this branch look a little more connected too. Oh yeah, small details to the form of a build can really make it stand out and look a lot nicer, I think. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Now that that's done, I think it's time for our main objective, getting ready for the end. Now I already mentioned one thing I want to do before I go to the end is get diamond armor, and the way I plan on doing that is by leveling up my armor villager. At first this is going to take a lot of emeralds, but soon my iron farm will come into play, and the emeralds will be coming to me. Because once I get this armor leveled up a few levels, he'll trade me emeralds for iron, and then it's easy emeralds for me and easy levels for him, and it's a win-win for both of us. Unfortunately, we don't got emeralds like that right now, because we're still on the come up, so it's back to the lumberyards for me. See, I told you wood was a valuable resource. Apparently I'm still a level 1 soft-handed lumberjack boy though, so I came back after a few trees to turn a profit. And I immediately used those emeralds to level up my armor so that he can finally trade iron. Ooh, you see that? Prot 2, Feather Falling 3, Diamond Boots. That's nice stuff. You're getting a raise, man. Emeralds is still my limiting factor with all this villager trading, and my main plan was to get wood for that. But I have an inkling suspicion that the coal biome has a slow growth rate effect, so I'm gonna try placing my giant spruce tree in the forest to see if that'll help. Oh well, just these small baby trees for now, I guess. Wait, do you hear that? Is that a lumberjack montage? Well, that was pretty quick, and I think I just wanted to get some birch trees off my land. With that cow that you just saw, I'm able to make a couple other bookshelves for my enchanting table. I also want to have a full level 30 enchantment setup to bring with me to the end so that I can make full use of my XP after the dragon fight. Do I want to put my pickaxes together? Efficiency 3 is nice, but I think I want to roll the dice one more time. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, fortune. Ooh, that is not bad. Alright, let's try out the sword. I could get my hands on a pretty good pickaxe and good sword here early, but I decided to save some levels and just do my sword, because defense is really all that I need right now. I'll be coming back for you, Efficiency 3. That post-enchanting sleep just hits different. Waking up this morning feeling very thankful. Thank you, cows. Thank you, waterfall. Thank you, map. Thank you, tree. Where did day 41 go? Good question. Why do I look so good in this diamond armor? Even better question. Traded my way up with lots of lumberjack work, and you can see that this guy is now willing to give me a full set of diamond armor. Also, my hypothesis about the cold biome appeared to be true. Now that we've got this diamond gear, I think that we're ready to infiltrate ourselves a Nether Fortress. I want to be smart and prepared though, so I'm going to bring a cauldron with water for when any blazes undoubtedly try and catch me on fire. Taking a step right out of the official Minecraft hand guide, and I'm going to build a little safety wall around my portal here. Though mine doesn't look quite as good, but we'll fix that in due time. Alright, that's looking pretty safe to me. Now, ender pearls are the other important part of this process, and I think we're going to start with getting those by just picking off all these endermen on the outskirts of the warped forest here. You got in this boat by your own volition. I don't know why you're so mad. And that makes number 3. Now come here, number 4. 5 angry endermen. I'm gonna take a break from slaying and go back to my roots of lumberjack, and I want some of this blue wood. Yeah, it's a little taller than I expected. Unfortunately, this little cavern that I found myself in doesn't appear to lead anywhere or have a Nether Fortress in it. So I'm gonna try a new strategy. Tunneling. If it's good enough for moles, it's good enough for me. Well, my tunnel popped back out in the warped forest. Guess we're traversing through it anyways. Gotta stop to get more ender balls on the way. We're changing route now. I want to go down here. Wherever I end up going, I want to make sure there's a good pathway there so I can get back safely. Oh yeah, descending on my prey like a hawk from the sky. This guy though, he just had boots that were made for walking. Unfortunately, this fat juicy rat had slipped away from the hawk's powerful clutches. That's okay, it's the nether. It's littered with rats. Okay, but back to trailblazing. I'm gonna make a waypoint at the bottom of my staircase, so if I ever get lost, I know one point that I can go to get back. I'm also going to grab this soul sand. I can use soul sand for bubble elevators, but when the time comes to make a nether wart farm too, I want to have a big one so that I can get lots of my favorite building block, red nether brick. Okay, now back to trailblazing. I'm a tunneling through the nether and I'm gonna do some sketchy stuff. You know, some people climb mountains, some people wrangle bulls, but you know, real men build over the lava in the nether. I think I'll try out some speed bridge in here. Whoa, this is so speedy! I'm gonna save your time here. It's just a lot more tunneling. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys what I got here. So we got day 41 and 42. This is what I just edited. You can take a look at the file name there. See how it ends in a 7-8. Note that for later. Now you can see this is the footage that we just did here. We got some village and nether action, and then this is where we left off right here, right? Just tunneling in the nether. Alright, now here we are on day 43 with a different file name you can see there. I don't know why it's a different file name, but it's the same video as day 41 and 42, which was actually just day 42. So I don't know what's up with that, but because I love my viewers so much, I'm going to do a little recreation of what happened on this Nether Fortress adventure. Alright, so I got a copy of the world here. We're going to join in and go on creative. Wow, with some horribly choppy footage. I think that's going to persist through this. Okay, then we went in the nether here, and we're going to go down this little tunnel. I'll speed this up for you guys, because I know it's going to be pretty boring, but I just want to show you the whole path that I got here. Just a long tunnel, essentially, where we eventually popped out. And there's this very spottable Nether Fortress over here on the right. So then, just got a little staircase going up here. Okay, bear with me. Bear with this footage, okay? You're not going to die. Then we just go up here. And you can see we're in the Nether Fortress now. And we'll just try and spot out where that blaze spawner was. Here it is. I got it blocked off too. Things did get a little hectic in here. But, you know, just kept popping that emergency wall up, and I think I ate all my golden apples and enchanted golden apple actually. It got a little rough, but we made it through. And then we come over here. This is where I was running for some wither skeletons over here, and I also got a couple chests. You can see this one right behind me over here, and then I think we'll go visit the other one in a second. Did a little cut here. Okay, that's nice. And then we're gonna see. Oh, you see I was hiding from another wither skeleton there. We're gonna go down here. I think I turn on full bread in a second so it gets a little better, but I'm just going down a huge staircase here, like 3 staircases in a row. And then after that, shortly we find our nether wart somewhere. Oh, here goes the lighting first. That's better. Okay, let's see where that nether wart's at. That was right here. You can see I grabbed all of that, and then I just made my escape on out. And thankfully I had a nice, safe and secure tunnel like a smart Minecraft player, so I could get home easy without worrying about my treasures. I thank you all very much for sticking with me on this little makeup adventure here, and I hope this makes up for me not having the footage of what actually happened. I love you all, and thank you for watching. Alright, well the recap is over, and here I am after the Nether Fortress with all my riches. I'm gonna hit a little freeze here so you can analyze my inventory. I got some blaze rods, I got fire resistance, I got nether wart, I also did some piglin trading so you can see all the random stuff I got here. Got a couple ender pearls from that too. I also ended up getting a few diamonds from those chests that you saw. Alright, you get the picture, time to head back. What a good piece of steak. It feels good to be back. Straight back from the nether, and one of the things I want to get set up right away is a nether wart farm. Now you already know why, I already told you, but sometimes my need for red nether brick are in bulk, and when that time comes I want to make sure that I've got a steady farm to supply it. I think some kind of multi-leveled setup here will do nicely. I'd like to be able to get between 2 and 3 stacks of nether wart each time I harvest it. Alright, I think this frame is okay, but I think I want to add another level on the bottom as well. Gotta make sure the structural support is up to code as well. And of course we'll want to reinforce the ceiling. Gotta remember to make the entrance look nice too. Nope, what was I thinking? That's fine for now, we'll refine it down later. Gonna change out all this dirt too. I think some nether brick would make a nice background up here. And I'll add in this bottom layer too. I'm not really liking the solid background here. I'm gonna try putting in some magma block as an accent. Maybe a little bit of glowstone in the corners too. Oh yeah, it's looking a lot bit better. Let's just finish up this bottom layer now. Alright, that's looking pretty clean. Now I think I want to add some little pathways down here, just because we got more stuff going on. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Alright, the final step here I think is just fixing this ugly entrance. And the first step of that is going to be replacing these shroom lights with much more fancy looking glowstone. I think these smooth stone columns add a nice illusion of support too. I'd like to actually fancy up this whole walkway soon, but I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I got far more important things on my mind. Man, making that nether wart room is really getting my builder spirit going, and I'm gonna continue it with a few slight changes to the observatory. First of all, moving this staircase over one more so it lines better up with the tunnel up here. Then I'm gonna make this dumb glass wall here to remember that I want to actually put a room here later. I'm also gonna forget that I don't have silk touch and just leave this hole here in embarrassment. Once this observatory is done, I'd like it to have a nice glass roof too, so I'm just gonna go ahead and install that right now. What I'm doing here is essentially the Minecraft building version of leaving sticky notes all over my room with reminders on them. Okay, doesn't look too good, doesn't look too bad. That's the renovations sweet spot. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said I wanted to put a bed in every location on my land? Well, I'm going to start with that right now by putting a little hole in the wall in this tunnel here. Something happened in between day 46 and 47, and I'm not really sure what because the recording is gone, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't fixing this stupid glass wall here. All I know is I woke up with an appetite for sandstone that could not be settled without stacks and stacks of it. Just one problem though, I don't exactly know where any sandstone is. There's a few little riverbanks that I've dug out for sand before, but I don't want to have to mine sand for sandstone. I'd like to be able to mine straight down to the good stuff itself. I traveled far and wide in search of sandstone, and in my journeys I found something else. A new village. Unfortunately, this is pretty old news by now, and this big sandbank next to the village was what was really exciting to me. Delicious buttery sandstone. I'm gonna mine you all. Oh yeah, take a look here, cause this is what Papa's going home with. I'm gonna camp the night here and see if there's anything worth stealing from the local citizens too. No, there is not. They are all very poor. Oh yeah, now here's a bed fit for a king.
Heh, only OG Sigmas will get that one.
Well, came all this way for sandstone, gotta get back somehow. Never gets old jumping off my waterfall. Cannonball! Now that I got a bunch of sand, I'm gonna set this up because I've been meaning to for a while. All it is a simple cactus farm, and I'm gonna set this up so that I can get infinite bone meal. This is mostly just because I use bone meal to duplicate different decoration blocks. Alright, we'll just pop a chest here and then we're done. Oh, we'll put the hopper and composter in here because I don't want this to make bone meal quite yet. I want to have enough cactuses to be able to fully fill out the farm afterwards before I flip this baby into mega meal mode. Alright, let's finally put this sandstone to good use and trim out the observatory. Alright, walls are up, frame's looking pretty good. I think you guys can start to get the picture of what this is gonna look like now. Alright, we're building a room here and we're fixing this wall. Alright, it's not looking too bad, but once again, it's not quite done, but we'll finish it up later. I spoke with the rising sun this morning and he told me to catch some nice cinematic shots in my area. He then asked me how my warts are doing and I said that they're growing in quite nicely. Doesn't that just look nice? I would stop here and eat my lunch. Wait a second. Why has this entrance been open the whole time? Alright, I'm gonna fix this up a little bit because this could be a good walkway from my main area to the village. Alright, just a little barrier to solidify protection for now. Alright, new day, new goal. I want to find the stronghold before this episode is over. You know what, on top of that, I also want to fully prepare myself for the end fight too. And I think I'm gonna start with doing that by brewing some potions. I was originally gonna make a separate room for brewing potions, but I decided it would fit nicely and also be more convenient if it was inside the Nether farm. Okay, this is looking alright, and I'm sure by now I don't have to tell you guys that this isn't quite finished yet. At this point, you guys may be wondering why I just leave my builds unfinished all the time, and that's because when I first get the idea to do something, I generally just kind of envision the outline of the shape of the space that's going to be there, and I like to go back and refine the details later. Also, the copper on the entrance to my chest room is finally starting to turn green. Here's a little time lapse of me making potions. Now, I'm not too sure why I brewed fire resistance potions, but I'm sure I can make use of those later at some point in the Nether. But I also brewed strength potions, and these will be very helpful for the dragon fight and also for conquering the end cities. Next up is ender pearls. I already have a few, but I'm gonna need about 6 more if I want to light up the end portal. Luckily, these guys are a piece of cake. I just tell them we're gonna go for a nice ride on the river, and then they get in the boat and remember that we're in the Nether and there's no water. And then they get mad, and once they realize their betrayal, I kill them. Ooh, look, I even got 2 for 1 here. Oh, Mr. Endermans! Oh, come here, I have lots of important things to discuss with you. I have a new business proposal, and possibly lots of new files that will be very interesting for you to look at. Ha! Just kidding, you're gonna die! Thought I had already handled business here when this mofo ran up on me from the back and tried to jump me. Luckily, I'm an experienced Minecrafter, and I already knew the protocol here. Run for cover. Not so big and tough now, are ya? Ha! No, give me your balls! Ha! Another one down. Aww. Now this is why you watch G-Swag, for pro Minecrafting clips like this. You know, same old, same old. These guys don't get too smart in the brainial. Okay, that took a while. Wall around my nether portal didn't quite look defensive enough, so I wanted to add some spikes to it in case anybody tried to climb over. Oh yeah, take a look here, 13 ender pearls. Okay, I'm really sorry, but we missed another day. I missed recording it. I'm sorry. I know it probably seems fishy, but you guys are just gonna have to take my word on it that nothing is happening behind the cameras. I'm just really bad at recording, and I promise I'm gonna try and get so much better at it. I'm gonna put sticky notes all around my computer. I also did manage to get projectile protection 4 on my chest plate, and why I chose projectile protection is for the end cities, because those shulkers, once they gang up on you, will do damage. And you can see I got my armor leveled up here to trade me a full set of diamond armor. I also tried to get a bunch of food set up for my end journeys. And the one thing I'm missing is a pair of diamond pants, but you know, I think it's just really important to have a bunch of food. I've had a bunch of end experiences where I just run out of food and I'm kind of stuck eating chorus fruit. I've been getting pretty good levels from villager trading, so I'm going to try my hand at some enchanting now. Ooh, efficiency 3 too? That means I can get efficiency 4. I'm breaking some of the bookshelves now because I'm out of levels and I still want to get an enchant on my bow. And with this power 2, I can combine it with my other bow to get power 3. And I think power 3 will do just fine for the dragon fight, so I'm going to pack up my enchanting setup and get ready to bounce. And I'm not level 30 yet, but I think I certainly will be after the dragon's killed, so I'm going to make sure I have enough bookshelves to accommodate for that. Look, I even made a little blue enchanting bundle. This scene probably looks a little familiar to you, and it's because it's where we were in the beginning of the video. Although I am going to make one little tiny change here. And oh yeah, that's looking better. Shout out to my editor. And I mean, with that, I think we're looking good to go. And I think this got cut when I lost the day of recording, but I also have an ender chest here filled with building blocks that I can access once I get to the end cities. Alright, approximately negative 30 degrees this away. Alright, now this is gonna be a long journey, and I think I know the best way to keep your guys' attention. Alright, I'm gonna throw a pearl this way and... Hey! Alright, I'm gonna throw a pearl here and see which way it goes. Oh, interesting. Only a couple hundred blocks down that river I threw a pearl and it came this way towards me. Okay, I think I threw a little bit over this sandbank, so we'll just throw it here and see. Okay, backwards. Okay, we'll go a little bit this way and see which way it goes. Okay, so we have definitely found the middle of it. I guess we'll just pick a spot and start digging. Alright, well, I've been digging for quite a bit and I'm pretty deep, and I think if there was a stronghold, it wouldn't be below where I am now. So I'm gonna go back up to the surface and try a different spot. I'm gonna throw another eye of ender to see if I can try and get to a closer location. Oh, that's not good. That eye of ender just broke for anybody who couldn't really hear. I don't want to waste another eye, but I also do want to pinpoint it. Meow. Oh well, when in doubt, the middle of the river is your best bout. Alright, let's get to digging. This time I nailed it, and I didn't have to dig that far before I reached the stronghold. Looks like this is my stronghold now. I'm just gonna take care of my future self and make sure that if I ever jump back down this hole, I'll have a cushy spot to land. Alright, I think this exploration would also be best explained through a sped up documentation. I found another ender pearl in one of the chests here, and this is big news. Because I already lost 2 of the eyes, that now means that I only have to rely on 1 portal frame to be filled. Alright, now back to exploring. Well, it's not the portal room, but the library is an exciting place to go with lots of goodies as well. Now, most of you are probably thinking about the enchanted books and armor trims in the chests here, but what I'm really focused on is these bookshelves and cobwebs. You see, bookshelves are useful for enchanting, but I also love using them in my building, and they're kind of a hard block to get a lot of. But this library contains stacks and stacks of bookshelves that I'll be able to use for hundreds if not thousands of Minecraft days. Also, cobwebs, string's just kind of a scarce resource for me right now. Unfortunately, I didn't plan out any inventory space to pick up bookshelves right now, so all I'm gonna take with me is this one enchanted book. But that's fine, I'll come back later. Alright, let's resume the search. Wow, that was a lot closer than I was expecting. Serves me right, I'd already sniffed every other square inch of this place. Woohoo, and look at my luck, there's already an eye in the frame. Ooh, but look at my luck, I also forgot the blaze powder to turn this other ender pearl into an eye of ender. Well, I was gonna make another portal here so that I had easy access anyways. Might as well just find out where my home portal is and pop back to grab some blaze powder. You are not welcome to come back to my house to grab blaze powder. Ooh yeah, only 3x3 will do. Well, let's just go in and see where we pop out, and then we'll just compare the chords to the chords from my base portal and... Wait, what are the chords for my base portal again? Well, I'm gonna make a waypoint at this portal anyways, and it does appear that I have a waypoint for my pathway to the Nether Fortress also. I'm gonna try and make some landmarks as well so that the pathway is visible from far away. Guys, rate my arch game 1 to 10. Gotta make a noticeable tunnel entrance too. I wanna know where I'm supposed to go. Alright, I know I've been pulled this trick a lot, but I think it's really just the best thing to do in this case of scenario. I might be going a little bit too high here. I'm just gonna check out what's at the top of this ravine. Let's see what's up here, and hey, we made it! Alright, I'm just gonna finish up my pathway here, and done! Blaze rods, here I come! Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you guys sit through another sped up version. I'm just gonna cut this one down. 1 man, 1 portal, 1 last eye vendor, 1 mission, 1 dragon. Will he make it? Who knows? I do, because I'm editing it in the future. And you can find out by waiting for the part 2. Oh yeah, we're splitting this up, baby. The episode ends here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next episode. And if you stuck around all the way to the end of the video, just know that I appreciate you, because editing these videos takes a ton of time, and it means a lot to me that there's people out there who are actually enjoying them. So if that somebody's you, please take a second and just give this video a like, and consider subscribing so you can stay updated for future videos. And well, that's all for now, folks. I will see you in the next episode. Peace!